Hello, I'm Liselle, and I'm back with a new Melodifestivalen interview. And today I'm joined by BLADÖ. Welcome to my channel.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So happy to have you here. I actually had someone that specifically requested that I would talk to you. So I'm like super happy that I got you.
No. I'm flattered.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's getting...
Sorry.
No, I was just saying that I'm really excited about this whole thing now because it's getting closer. I'm just like...
Yeah. It's going fast. Because you are previously known as Tengblad, but you have rebranded yourself with a new look and a new sound. What inspired you to take the step to become BLADÖ?
It was such a long process, but long story short, I think it's about me transforming as a person and as an artist and as a creator in general, up until the point where I just felt like I couldn't almost, relate to the old me. I felt like I had become a new person almost, and I felt like I wanted to, just start fresh and almost step into this new alter ego that I had created for myself. So to me, BLADÖ is more, it's like the fearless version of myself, but also the most like vulnerable parts. So just like kind of Isa exaggerated to its like fullest potential. And I've always kind of had some sort of urge to separate my personal and private life and the artistry. And I feel like this allows me to do that as well, but also like really enjoy it and step into the artist thing when I actually do it. So, but also when it comes to like how I express myself and how I dress and the way the music sounds, I just feel like it needed to I wanted to give birth to something new. So,
because where does the artist name BLADÖ come from?
It's based on my last name, so Tengblad, so Blad, and the like English version of that, BLADÖ. It kind of came up. Yeah, I feel like people are always like, where'd that come from? Then they're like, oh, okay, I get it. Yeah. But I also kind of like the meaning of it, like a knife blade or some sort of like sharp object that cuts through, and like it has the aggression, but also like metaphorical meaning of like cutting through your skin and like, getting to those vulnerable parts. And it's kind of funny that I think I've thought about switching names for a bunch of years, but I just haven't come up with any names that I could like, relate to. But then a couple of years ago, I was just hanging out with my family, and I found out that one of my cousins are called BLADÖ based on his last name because we have the same last name. And I thought that was really cool. And I was like, that's going to be my artist name. And then I just kind of decided that from that day on.
That's cool, though. It's like something you have always had, but like really not thought about.
Yeah, right.
So. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool. So how is it to step into the world of Melodifestivalen as this new self?
So weird, but so amazing. I think I don't think I had it planned, to be honest, like a year ago. But this song just kind of naturally came about, and just like I think I started to think about what I actually want to say with my music and who I want to reach out to and who I want to inspire. And I think that kind of landed in. I want to be an inspiration for especially younger girls. And then I thought of like, what should the music be about? Like, can I write a song that kind of, represents all of this that I'm trying to inspire? And then this song got created kind of fast after that. So just like be able to step into this whole show with the song that I produced myself, but also wrote, is a totally different feeling from before, even though I was a part of the songs before, the ones that I participated in back in 2015 and 16. But this is like completely me, no compromise whatsoever. And it just feels like, as much as it's kind of scary, I guess, because it feels more personal, but at the same time, it feels very, I feel calm because it feels like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And it's just it's like, I think I can count like at least 10 different full circle moments that I've experienced these last couple of months, just like based on the team that I'm working with. And for example, like the dancers I used to tour with 10 years ago are going to dance behind me this time again. Just like stuff like that feels incredibly, I don't know, just meaningful. And I think that's the kind of emotion I'm stepping into this time. It feels like it has a lot of purpose, and I'm just like trying to take in all the different moments that just enjoy it,
Yeah, but I can tell like you are a lot more confident like before, so it's like fun seeing that you're more. I think you can be more certain in what you're doing, and I can tell that by the music you have released so far. So it's really nice to see it, because like, what is the biggest change people can like expect from you?
I think I wouldn't say that I wasn't authentic last time, but I think that you can definitely tell that this is for real for me this time. I hope that will shine through. And I think maybe a sort of unapologetic feeling, I guess, just like, this is me, take it or leave it, that kind of vibe. I think I was way more self-aware naturally when you're like 17 or 16. It's like, obviously you maybe not like, I feel like I'm way more obviously confident now, and that's just based on experience and just like growing in life. But I think just being genuine and doing something from the heart, which is kind of ironic because that's like almost a part of the song. So yeah.
Tell us about your Melo song, Who You Are.
It's about just obviously being who you are, but in the sense of like carrying yourself with your head high, and not excusing any part of you, both like the ugly parts and the strong parts of you, and just like being unpolished and imperfect. And I think that's something that I would have needed to hear, but also like wanted to hear when I was younger. And maybe like also that's a whole full circle moment itself, because this song is kind of to the Isa back then, and all the other girls who I know are going through the same thing. But obviously it's like, it's for the boys as well, but it's like, it's my experience. But it's a very powerful, big song, and I feel like it belongs in a stadium. So I'm happy that I get to like do the world premiere in a big arena like that. And it's inspired by one of my favorite producers, Tengblad, who I used to listen to a lot when I was younger. So it's very like hip hop driven drums, but also a huge, very singy type of chorus. So I feel like I get to. It's you get a good piece of everything in the song. It's like, it's going to be a lot of dance. It's going to be a lot of vocals, and just a lot of power.
Okay, awesome. It sounds very like exciting to hear, because I'm very curious to say how it's going to look like. So yeah. I've also looked, yeah, because I looked at the creative teams behind this year's entries, and I noticed yours is the only song with an all-female team. Tell me more about this. Was that something that was deliberate a choice?
I think I prefer working with women. Not that I don't like working with men, but I just feel very empowered by women in general. And I also love helping younger women and girls to find their own strength and like confidence. So I think basically almost my entire team are girls, even like from the labels. I think I got like one guy on my team, and he's amazing. But the rest of us are just like, it's just such a warmth and such a welcoming feeling. And like, I feel like we're all there with such a like loving feeling, and it's so cool. But when it came to creating the song, I started out writing it by myself. And then in the process, I wanted to switch up the lyrics a bit. So then I just brought in my manager, who's also a friend of mine, and she helped me just like tweak some of the lines, and then it became the final version. So it's basically, just me and her, which is dope.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Why do you feel that that's something that is important in the music industry today, to like have that included?
I think it's important because I feel like people need inspiration, and I feel like we tend to focus on the hate and the injustice sometimes, and I think that you shouldn't stop doing that. But I think it's also great to show some positive role models for people out there to look at and be inspired by. And I feel like I've always been, because I have been analyzing this for the last couple of years, that I have sort of I'm kind of fearless, or like obviously I'm scared sometimes, but I just kind of go and I dare to believe in myself. And I feel like a lot of girls would need a bit more of that energy in their life, and just like say, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. And what's the worst thing that could happen? Or like, I'm a fake it till I make it. So I wish to be, for as many as possible, like a role model to show them that you actually can do it by yourself, and you don't need any permission to like chase whatever you want to go for. Yeah. But yeah, I just feel like we need more strong women, and we need more women to come together and show how badass we can be.
Yeah, I agree. It's important to just like show up, and even if it's just like you doing your thing, like even me when doing these interviews, I feel like at least I can show up and be me, even if it's just like that.
For sure.
Yeah. So what advice would you give to like any upcoming female songwriters or artists when first starting to navigate the music industry?
Dare to reach out to people. Learn that you'll probably get 100 no's before you get a yes. So learn to accept the feeling of being rejected, and learn to love your own company, because it's kind of a lonely job at times, especially in some periods. And I think, but also just do it every day. Put the work in. If you're truly passionate about it, it will be worth it. If you're not, then it probably won't be worth it in the end, because it's very tough and it's very hard. But to me, it's never been a question about if I should continue or not. Or I went through a depression when I was like 17, 18. At that time, that was the only time in my life I really questioned, why am I doing this? Or like, what's the purpose? And then I had to kind of find my way back to the core. But ever since, I've just felt like without this, I don't really know, how to navigate and who I am. But I think it's more about just like daring to reach out to people and show yourselves, post on social media. I know a lot of people hate it, but just like dare to be vulnerable, I guess. And dare to be bad, dare to suck. Because you won't be like the best at something before you actually put in the hours. I feel like I feel confident today because I know I put in the work, and I know I'm good at it. But it's because of the passion that I put into it and all the hours. And no one can take that away from me, And I feel like it's such a freedom being able to stand on your own and not really depend. I feel like I don't really depend on anybody else. Now I just feel like all the people coming in who believe in me or who are on my team, they're here to just make it, make it expand and make it even better. But I feel like I am the core, and I feel like start becoming your own core, and then you can build your own world around it, kind of.
It's great to hear that you have like found your people to work with. That's great. what were your guidelines to the team for what you wanted on stage for your Melo performance this time?
I was like sleepless over this months before I knew I even had a spot in the show. I was like, this has to happen because I've lost a lot of hours of sleep. No, but I always had a vision of having dancers. So it's going to be 4 girls. And that was like definitely part of the vision. And I thought that I wanted to use something that felt, kind of like exaggerate the sense of power in the song. And I didn't want it to feel too over the top when it came to like special effects and stuff like that. I wanted it to be based on something natural. So I came up with the idea of have like weather as an inspiration. So it's going to be like, I don't want to reveal too much, but it's definitely going to be a powerful performance, and with just like I feel like the whole performance is growing along with the song, and it's kind of in this type of, when it comes to the energy, it goes kind of from starting out as a ballad and very calm, and then it's just like you're almost reaching climax. You're climbing yourself up to climax. But yeah, and it's gonna be also, it's like a mix. I think the choreographer who I've been working with for a couple of years now, Elinia Siambolis, she's also one of the dancers at Melodifestivalen, all the weeks. She's only 21, but a genius and an amazing person, and I feel like she really captured me in the song too. So it's like it's a mix of like contemporary hip hop, but also like lyrical jazz, and like it's a mix of like this these different styles, and I feel like the song also has that in it. So it's gonna. I'm as excited as you to see how the final result will be, because I've only been rehearsing in a dance rehearsal room. So we'll see.
Yeah, it sounds exciting. I'm very excited now when I'm hearing you talk about it. It's like it makes me more excited to see it. So what has been the most challenging part of like preparing for your deltavlingsweek this time?
Oof. I think to me it's been kind of phasing the same emotions that I went through last time. I think it's all coming back to me, like just like not panicking about feeling nervous and that it feels overwhelming, because I truly don't think that's a real reaction. I feel like it's more of a like emotional memory that's coming back to me, just like staying calm within these like almost panic attack vibes. So the first like press conference was I was so overwhelmed in my body. I felt like in my head I was like, oh, this is fun, oh cool, but in my body I just felt like I had a nervous breakdown. So just actually staying calm has been the most challenging part. But what has been cool is that it actually has gone kind of smooth. So I think I'm just going to trust that it's going to continue doing that. And I feel way better now. I was actually very stressed though after I saw the first competition last weekend. That was kind of like, I was like, I'm going to stand there in a few weeks. That's crazy. But otherwise, I'm just thankful.
Because you have mentioned it already, but I've seen that you have been talking about like mental health. Like you have been struggling in the past, and like dealing with mental health can like look very different from person to person. And is there like a change in your life that you wish you had made earlier to sustain like a better mental health?
I truly think that every person's journey is their journey. So I think I had to learn and like re-teach myself in order to get there. So I don't think, even though I would have gotten some great advice 11 years ago, I don't think I would have listened, because I was like, I don't know, this is how it works. I know it. I think I was too stubborn and too proud. But if I don't know if I would have. I think it's just it's about self-love and like self-acceptance and like taking care of yourself. It's not about like, oh, I love myself every day. It's about being able to live with yourself and forgive yourself and not always be so hard on yourself. I think and I'm very good at that today, to be my best friend. And I think I kind of sucked at it way back. I think I was only happy with myself when I had performed on top. Like, but now I feel like I'm way more self-caring at my lowest. And I think that's the balance you got to find. But in order to get there, I think you have to be at your lowest for a bit and realize, oh shit, it's not gonna last if I keep like push myself down.
I can relate to it. It's like it's a journey, and like it's still like something that grows with you, like as you go further in life. So it's like always something that you need to like work on.
But I guess it's like if I would tell something to younger girls out there, I think it's more about it's about like, please don't be so mean to yourself in your head. Act towards yourself as if you would have dealt with a best friend who you care about.
Yeah. So I want to ask you also about your song Magic that you released with your brother Elliot. What inspired this song?
Actually, that song was inspired by the Robbie Williams movie that I saw with my brother. He's a huge fan of him, and we actually I went to his concert in Stockholm. So like my little brother is a huge fan of him, and we went together to Robbie's concert last summer. But I think it inspired, when it comes to the lyrics, is about basically having everything you want when it comes to success and fame, money, everything, but kind of standing there by yourself, like you're in paradise, and on paper you should be happy, but you really don't have purpose. And I feel like that's something that obviously my little brother, he's still very young, but I could kind of see that if he wouldn't, take care of all the relationships he has, like that could happen. And the same thing for me that I've realized when I've been, no matter where I've been in life, the most important parts are the relationships and the friendships and family and love. So that's what it's about.
Yeah. Because when I first saw like the video, because that was where I found out about the song first, it has like a lot of memories from your childhood, and it was like really nice to see. Like, what inspired you to create this type of video?
I feel like the song itself kind of has a nostalgic tone to it, and obviously it's about looking back to older times where you had something that you might not have anymore. And I think, in a sense, that's kind of a not a loss, but yeah, kind of for me, because my brother, obviously, he has grown up and he's like way taller than me. He's a man now, and I'm 9 years older. So he was a very little guy when I was like a teenager. He was like this little jewel that I was almost like an extra mother to him. So I think just kind of looking back to that, oh shit, that was such a precious time of our lives, and that I won't get back. But that's beautiful itself. But that you should, take care of what you have when you have it. Even though he's still here with me. But.
Yeah, it's just like nostalgic to have it, and I think it's also nice to be able to share it, like the way you do with your music. It's really nice.
Okay.
So in my research process, I mostly found interviews from the past. So I don't feel like we don't know you much about except from your experience as an artist. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna ask you some bunch of questions to get to know you a little bit more outside of being an artist. So first one is, can you name one of your favorite music videos of all time?
Oh, why do I always go blank when these questions go? I've watched so many. I think one that's like, is that it? One super simple one, but which I loved was Single Ladies with Beyonce. I think that was iconic. That was just something that came to mind. But I'm also a super fan of these like storytelling videos and like high school vibes. I think it's like I don't know why that came to mind, but like Teenage Dirtbag, and also You Belong with Me with Taylor Swift. Like those, like they almost like they create a high school movie within a music video. Oh, another one I really love is also a Taylor Swift one with it's almost like a short film, All Too Well. She released it a few years ago, and it's a 10-minute long thing with a couple of great actors. But I don't know. Yeah, there are so many. Obviously, like Thriller with Michael Jackson is insane. But yeah,
yeah, there's a lot of good ones
for sure.
Yeah. So what's your favorite series that you have watched, like rewatched the most?
Vampire Diaries, I think. I think it's weird because I'm a person who challenges myself a lot, but when it comes to movies and series, I feel like I tend to come back to what makes me feel safe. So I like to rewatch stuff. But I'm also I'm a sucker for rom-coms, but also horror and thrillers. And one of my favorite directors are Christopher Nolan. So I love the Batman movies, Inception, Interstellar, everything that has to do with like space and time. I'm a super sucker for that.
What's your go-to karaoke song?
Ooh, I Gotta Go My Own Way from High School Musical.
That one is a really good one, though.
Epic, especially if you're two. And then a guy could come up in the bridge and like, what about us? I think I listened to that song yesterday. I was like, I came into that nostalgic lane on the bus.
It keeps coming up with, because it's the anniversary, I think. Is it something like that?
I've seen a lot of clips on social media.
Yeah. So yeah, I also have like a lot of those songs on my head now because I almost see it. If you could snap your fingers to learn any language in the world, which would that be and why?
Oh, French would be cool. I think French would be cool. Dope. I know a bit Spanish, but not enough. But I think the answer to both of those, or like Italian, would be dope too. Just be a real. But I think it's sexy. I don't know, and it would be dope to like fit into their culture, because I feel like, especially when it comes to French, I feel like you're not accepted if you don't actually speak fluent. So that would be nice.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Like I think French people are very connected to their culture and language. So.
Yeah. It would be cool to be a part of it.
Yeah. And lastly, I want to ask you, do you have any upcoming projects after Melodifestivalen that we should have an eye on?
I'm going to release more music after. I'm trying to focus on this now, obviously, because it's a lot going on. But the plan is to release another song before the summer and then go out touring in Sweden. First of all, but we'll see. Hopefully, outside of Sweden as well, because my goal in the long run is to travel and tour the world, but one step at a time.
Mm-hmm. That's great. Yeah, that was it for this time, because I know you need to get going. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me.
Yeah, thank you. I had a really fun time.
Thank you.